What happens when the President of the United States goes to war with one of the most powerful AI companies on Earth? Tonight, we're breaking down the explosive order that sent shockwaves through Washington, Silicon Valley, and the global tech industry. President Trump has ordered every federal agency to immediately stop using Anthropic's AI technology, not phase it down quietly, not renegotiate behind closed doors. Stop. Immediately. And the reason? A bitter clash over military power, constitutional authority, and the limits of artificial intelligence in warfare. This isn't just a tech dispute. This is a showdown over who controls the future of AI, corporations, or the United States government. The announcement came in a fiery post on Truth Social. In it, Trump declared that all federal agencies must immediately cease the use of Anthropic's products. He accused the company of attempting to strong-arm the government, of prioritizing its internal safety policies over national security. And he didn't stop there. He warned of major civil and criminal consequences if the company does not cooperate during a 6-month federal phase-out period. That's not a policy disagreement. That is a direct confrontation, and it immediately raised massive questions. What exactly happened between the White House and Anthropic? Why would a president move this aggressively against a U.S. tech company? And what does this mean for AI inside the military? To understand the stakes, we have to rewind. Over the last few years, artificial intelligence has become deeply embedded in U.S. defense systems. From logistics, to intelligence analysis, to battlefield simulations, private AI firms began partnering with the federal government, including the Pentagon. Anthropic, known for building advanced AI systems with strict safety guardrails, was among them. Their models were used to process massive intelligence datasets, analyze surveillance feeds, assist strategic planning. But unlike some competitors, Anthropic built its brand around AI restraint. The company has publicly emphasized safety alignment, constitutional rights, and limits on lethal military use. That is where the tensions began to surface. Because when the military integrates AI, it isn't experimenting in a lab. It's operating in real-world geopolitical conflicts. And one specific incident reportedly ignited the firestorm. Reports indicate that Anthropic's AI tools were used in operations connected to the surveillance and eventual detention of Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. Anthropic allegedly objected to this operation. The company claimed that such use violated its terms of service and safety commitments. From their perspective, their technology was being used in ways they never authorized. But how does this look from the administration's perspective? The United States government does not answer to corporate terms of service. This is where the disagreement stopped being technical and became constitutional. Who decides how AI is used in matters of national security? A private company or the commander-in-chief? This showdown is far from over. According to the order, agencies, including the Department of Defense, have 6 months to remove Anthropic systems. That's a massive logistical operation, think about it. AI isn't just software you uninstall. It's integrated into workflows, data pipelines, secure infrastructure, training environments. Replacing it means rebuilding contracts, migrating systems, testing replacements, ensuring no intelligence gaps. And during that transition, the stakes are enormous. If AI is deeply embedded in intelligence systems, any disruption could slow analysis or decision-making. That's why the president also demanded cooperation during the transition, warning of legal consequences if the company obstructs the process. This isn't just about cutting ties. It's about control. Zoom out for a moment. This move sends a chilling message across Silicon Valley. If you build AI for the government, can you refuse how it's used? Or do you forfeit that authority the moment you sign a federal contract? Other AI firms are watching closely. Some companies have taken a more open stance toward defense collaboration. Others have faced employee protests over military contracts. The Anthropic standoff could set a precedent. Either companies maintain moral and technical guardrails, or the federal government demands unrestricted access. This tension has been building for years, but this is the first time it's erupted into a presidential order banning a major AI provider across the entire federal government. Supporters of the move argue national defense cannot be dependent on a private firm's internal policy choices. If AI becomes as critical as electricity or satellite networks, it may need to be treated as strategic infrastructure. Critics argue allowing the government to override AI safety constraints opens the door to unchecked surveillance, military automation, and dangerous escalation. At its core, this is about power. Not just political power. It is about technological power. The power to define the boundaries of artificial intelligence in warfare. There are several possible outcomes to this situation. Anthropic challenges the order in court. The government accelerates development of in-house AI models. Congress steps in to define new AI defense regulations. Other companies renegotiate their federal contracts preemptively. The AI arms race is global. China, Russia, and other powers are investing heavily in military AI. Any internal disruption inside U.S. defense infrastructure could ripple outward geopolitically, which means this isn't just a domestic tech fight. It's a strategic moment in the global AI competition. Beyond politics, beyond contracts, there's a deeper issue. Artificial intelligence is no longer theoretical. It influences surveillance, targeting, intelligence filtering, military planning. When humans build systems capable of processing war-scale data at superhuman speeds, oversight becomes everything. If companies control that oversight, democracy raises questions. If governments control it completely, civil liberties raise questions. The balance is incredibly fragile, and this confrontation may force the country to define where that balance lies. Trump's order to halt Anthropic's technology across federal agencies marks one of the most dramatic clashes yet between big tech and the federal government. It's not just a headline, it's a turning point. Because the next generation of warfare won't just be fought with missiles and tanks, it will be fought with algorithms. And the question now is simple. Who writes them? And who controls them? If you want deeper breakdowns on AI, geopolitics, and power shifts shaping the future, subscribe and stay informed. The AI era isn't coming. It's already here.